Oh, I hope that screen is visible. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Testing.
So shall we start?
Yeah. Yes, you can start.
Yeah. Uh, Good afternoon, participants. Today's topic for the session is on-premise cloud using Virtualbox and VMware ESXI. Myself, I am Gavaskar S. I worked as assistant professor at St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. I have 14 years of IT experience working across leading organizations in the industry. I am cloud consultant. I am delivery director at multi-cloud for you. And I am MEP at Alibaba Cloud. You can get more detail about me in the given LinkedIn profile. These are the certification which I got from Microsoft and Alibaba Cloud. So the agenda for today's session will be, first we are going to see what is virtualization and what are the different terms present in virtualization, that is virtual machine and hypervisor. We are going to see what are the different types of hypervisor present in virtualization. Then we are going to see how to download and how to install Virtualbox and VMware. Of course, the Virtualbox and VMware is a type 1, type 2 hypervisor. Now we are going to see, next we are going to see how to create a virtual machine in Virtualbox as well as VMware. Then we are going to see how to install a C compiler in virtual machine which is created and how to run a C program in a compiler which is installed. And then we are going to see how to transfer the file between different virtual machines created. And finally, we are going to see how to install VMware ESXI and how to create a virtual machine by using VMware ESXI. Finally, we are going to provide 2 takeaway for you that we will announce at that time. So first moving to introduction to virtualization. So virtualization is a computer architecture technology by which multiple virtual machines are multiplexed in a same hardware machine. Okay, you can see in this example, a single hardware machine is there. We have installed more than one virtual machine. We have created more than one virtual machine in a single hardware machine. So the main purpose of virtualization is to enhance resource sharing by many users and to improve computer performance in terms of resource utilization. So now moving to different terms of virtualization. So sometimes we have to know in virtualization, the first term we have to know is a virtual machine. In short, we will tell as VM. It is also known as guest machine. It is a software simulation of hardware platform that provides a virtual operating environment for the guest operating system. Then we have to know what is hypervisor. It is also known as virtual machine monitor. In short, we will tell as VMM. So virtual machine monitor or hypervisor is used for creating a virtual machine in a physical machine. So, but the main purpose of the hypervisor is it is used to supervise the execution of the guest operating system on the virtual machine. Now, I will explain this diagram. You see, one virtual machine, one physical machine is there. It's hardware running with host OS. One host OS is there in the physical machine. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to install a hypervisor or virtual machine monitor, And by using that hypervisor, what I can do is I can create multiple virtual machines of different flavors. Okay, you see in this particular diagram, I have created two guest OSs. I have mentioned two guest OSs. One guest OS maybe in different flavor. That is Windows OS will be there, and another guest OS it may be in different flavor. That is Ubuntu OS, or you can have Mandriva OS. Any OS you can install. Okay, so by using the hypervisor, we can create multiple virtual machines in a single physical machine. That you have to know here. So now moving to different types of hypervisor. So this is an important terms you got to know. In industry, we will not tell us virtual machine, or we will not use the word Virtualbox, or we will not use the word VMware. So we will use the word type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. Okay. So type 1 hypervisor, the physical machine will be there, and directly we will install a type 1 hypervisor. We will install the type 1 hypervisor in the physical server, and we will install the virtual machine by using the type 1 hypervisor. Okay. Now you see in type 2 hypervisor, the physical machine will be there. Above that, you will install the OS. That is operating system you will install, and above that operating system you will install type 2 hypervisor. Okay. So this is regarding Virtualbox. Okay, Virtualbox we will install in operating system above the physical machine, and then by using this Virtualbox we will install the virtual machine. Okay, you understand? So the difference between type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor is, in type 2 hypervisor, in between guest OS will be there. The one OS will be there. Okay, but in case of type 1 hypervisor, there is no OS. There is no OS. That you have to know. Okay. So now we are going to see both type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. Okay. Already I mentioned that in type 1 hypervisor, VMware ESXI is a type 1 hypervisor we are going to see. And type 2 hypervisor is we are going to see about Virtualbox and VMware workstation we are going to see. So we are going to learn both type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. And one more thing you have to know here, type 1 hypervisor is also known as bare metal hypervisor or native hypervisor. Type 1 hypervisor is also known as bare metal hypervisor or native hypervisor. And type 2 hypervisor is also known as hosted hypervisor. So the key difference between type 1 and type 2 hypervisor is OS is present in type 2 hypervisor, whereas in type 1 hypervisor there is no OS in type 1 hypervisor. So now we are moving to installation of Virtualbox and VMware. So again you have to know here, both Virtualbox and VMware is a type 2 hypervisor we are going to install in a physical machine. So that what we can do is we can create multiple virtual machine in a single physical machine. So now I am going to the demo part. So now first I am going to explain how to download and install Virtualbox, and then I am going to explain how to download and install VMware workstation. So both falls on the category type 2 hypervisor. So both hypervisor we can install only in the OS. Okay, one physical machine should be there. Above the physical machine, you have to install the OS, and in that OS I am going to install this Virtualbox and VMware. Okay, so now so these are the steps you got to follow. So first you got to download the Virtualbox from this link. I have given the link, and then you got to install the Virtualbox. So first you got to download Virtualbox from this link. Okay, it is there. Windows host. Just you click that, so that exe file will be downloaded. It will take nearly 2 to 3 minutes for downloading. I'll skip some steps. So now it is downloaded, and now it is downloaded VirtualBox. The version I have downloaded is 6.0. Now I hope that it may be increased. The version may be increased to 7. Now 6.0. So you have to double click and install that. You have to click next. Again next. Again you have to check all the default options and find yes. There will not be any issue. Yes, you have to click yes and finally install. Now VirtualBox is installed in my physical machine. So this is type 2 hypervisor. So now you see, you can see this is a VirtualBox. You can tell this is a dashboard of VirtualBox. Okay. Till now I didn't create a virtual machine. I will explain that later. So first we completed first step, that is installing VirtualBox is completed. Okay. Now we are going to see how to download and install VMware workstation. It is another type 2 hypervisor. I hope that the screen is visible. Yes. Okay. Now in the Google you type VMware workstation 12.0.0.2 download. Okay. Now you'll be taken to the download page. So in VMware you have to create account. If you want to download any software, you have to create an account. Okay. So VMware Workstation Pro 12.5.9 for Windows, you can download that. So you can choose the version. If you want lesser version, you can choose that. You click download. You will be taken to the page for providing username and password. That's the email and password you have to provide. Before downloading, you have to create account. So now click sign in. Okay. Now you have to download this. Download VMware Workstation. It is another type 2 hypervisor. Yeah, you need to take 4 to 5 minutes. Now it is downloaded. Again, for VMware Workstation, we need license if you want to use, but free tier we can use for 30 days. Free tier you can use for 30 days. Registered or unregistered version you can use for 30 days. If you need to extend the days, you have to get the license. So this is VMware Workstation Pro 12. You have to accept the terms. Again, next. Yeah. Now the installation is completed. So we have installed two type 2 hypervisor, that is VirtualBox and VMware Workstation we have installed. Now the next step is what? We have to create a virtual machine by using Oracle VirtualBox and VMware Workstation.
Excuse me, sir. Your voice is not audible. Sir?
Yeah, now it is audible. Okay. Yeah. Now it is audible. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now see, I have installed DOS OS in the virtual machine which I created, and I have created some directory. Okay, I have created some directory, and I have displayed the directory. Okay, I have displayed the directory which I have created. Okay, so that's all of this demo. Okay, now we are going to see how to install Windows OS in Virtualbox. So now this is a so now for Windows OS, what you have to do is first you have to get the ISO file of Windows 7 OS. Okay, then you have to create a virtual machine as usual. You have to create a virtual machine. Then you have to select the ISO file. Okay, first you have to get the ISO file of Windows 7. It is nearly 2 to 3 GB. You have to download that from many websites are there. You have to download that first. Okay, then you have to install selected OS in the virtual machine, and then you have to run the Windows OS. So first you have to get the ISO file. Then you have to create the virtual machine. Then you have to select the ISO file, and you have to install the selected OS in the virtual machine, and you have to run the Windows OS. Okay. Now I am going to Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, now I am creating add. It's not add. And new. You have to select new, and you have to give the operating system name you have to provide. So operating system name you have to provide. Okay, XSCC underscore Windows underscore 1. I am going to provide the name, and then the version it is Windows 7 64-bit. I am going to install 64-bit. Now you get here memory. No size of the memory. Now you see here the important thing you have to know here is if your system have 2 GB memory, so you cannot assign 2 GB memory for the virtual machine. If you are assigning 2 GB memory for the virtual machine, what will happen? Your physical machine will not work. Okay, so the memory planning is very important. Okay, if you have 6 GB memory, you can provide 2 GB here, and another machine you can provide 2 GB, and another 2 GB for your physical machine. Okay, so memory planning is very important. If you have 1 GB RAM in your machine, physical machine, you cannot provide 1 GB for the virtual machine, so that there is no memory for your physical machine to run. That is the important thing you have to know here. Okay, so here I have given us 2 GB. Okay, in my case, no 6 GB RAM is there, so I am giving 2 GB. Now create virtual hard disk now. Next, you can select the default option again. Next, now here also storage also same thing you have to follow here. Okay, if your machine have 100 GB storage, you cannot provide all 100 GB for the virtual machine, so that there is no storage for your physical machine. So memory planning and storage planning is very important. So now here in my case I am using 32 GB. Okay, by default it is 32 GB. I am going to follow 32 GB. Yeah, now it is created. Now the virtual machine is created. Now you have to load the OS. Okay, so this is the configurations. All these are mentioned here. You can see that. Now you can start the machine. So I am going to start the virtual machine. Yeah, it is started. Now it will ask the ISO file. You have to input the ISO file now. Yeah, it will ask the ISO file. You have to import the ISO file. So in my case, it is I already downloaded Windows 7. ISO file is there. Now you got to start. You have to click start. Now it is the normal OS installation process. It will take nearly 25 to 30 minutes for installing the Windows OS. Okay, it is normal installation. Normally, how we install in the physical machine, same thing will happen in the virtual machine also. So now I'll skip some of the steps. Yeah, it is installing. Windows OS is installing. Now installation is in the final stage. Yeah, it is installed. Okay, and it is rebooting. Yeah, it is rebooting. So Windows is starting. So now you have to give the name, username. So I am giving XSCC underscore Windows 1. Now if you want, you can type the password. I'm going with the default password. Okay, now it's loading. So now Windows 7 is loading. Okay. Yeah, it is completed. So if you want to install some files, you can install. Okay, for drivers, you can install the device. Okay. I'm not going to install that. Okay, now it is ready. Now my OS is ready. Yeah, it's ready. So that's all of creating a virtual machine in Windows in VirtualBox and installing a guest OS. In this case, I have installed Windows 7 OS. Okay, it's very simple. First, you got to download and install VirtualBox. Then you have to create a virtual machine in VirtualBox first. While creating virtual machine, the memory planning and the storage planning is very important. Okay, you have to carefully you have to plan memory and the storage, and then you have to upload the ISO file. That's all. Your virtual machine will be created. Okay. Now we are going to see how to install Linux OS, Ubuntu OS in VMware workstation. Okay, it is another one type 2 hypervisor. Now we are going to see how to install Ubuntu in VMware hypervisor. I installed where already I installed VMware. You have to open the VMware. Okay, VMware Workstation Pro. So now click create new machine. Okay, create a new virtual machine option is there. You have to click that. Then now you see here you have to provide the ISO file. Okay, already I have downloaded Ubuntu 15.0. Yeah. So already I have downloaded Ubuntu 15.10 ISO file. Okay, that you have to import. You have to browse. You have to go to that location where that particular ISO file is there. Yeah. Now next. Now you have to provide the name, full name for your Linux OS. Now you can provide username. You can provide the password. Yeah, virtual machine name you have to provide. So now you got to provide the disk size. Okay. Right. Yeah, you have to provide the username, password. Then you have to provide the virtual machine name. You have to provide. So already this name is there. So you have to give different name. Yeah, again next you have to provide. Now you have to provide the disk size. Okay, and the memory. Now you have to click OK. So that your virtual machine will be loading now. Click OK. Now the Ubuntu machine will be loading in your virtual box. Now it will take nearly half an hour. Okay, nearly half an hour for installing the Ubuntu operating system in VMware workstation. Okay. Now it is installing. And now you have to provide the name. You have to provide the name for your OS and the username password as usual. You have to provide. Yeah, now it is installing, it's in process. Yeah, now it is installation is completed. Now again it is virtual machine is rebooting. Yeah, now it is asking the password. You have to provide the password for the Linux Ubuntu operating system. Now our Ubuntu operating system is ready. Okay, I have done this by using VMware workstation. It's a type another type 2 hypervisor. Okay, so we have learned how to install guest OS, that is Windows 7 OS, DOS OS, and Ubuntu OS by using type 2 hypervisor, that is by using Virtualbox and VMware workstation. So now we are moving to so we completed creating virtual machine in both Virtualbox and VMware workstation. Now we are going to move to the another demo, that is installing a compiler, installing a C compiler and running a C program in virtual machine. Okay. Now you have to open the Oracle VirtualBox. Already I installed XSCC underscore Windows underscore 1. This is the OS which I installed already in the VirtualBox. Okay. Now you have to start that. I am starting. Now Windows virtual machine is starting now. shared folder. Now you see the C compiler EXE file is present in my physical machine. Okay, so I get that file in my virtual machine. So in the device option, now you see in Oracle VirtualBox, you can see device shared folder. You click shared folder, so you can share some files from your physical machine to the virtual machine. This is option for that. Okay, you click that shared folder setting. So now this is now you can select the physical file location from your physical machine. Okay, so I am going to share one folder from my physical machine. Okay, that is host machine. Okay, auto mount. You have to give the name for that. And giving us workshop files, and you have to click OK. Now click OK. Now the physical machine file is shared to your virtual machine. Okay, now you go to computer, you can find that. Yeah, you see in network location, you can find the file which I shared from the physical machine or host machine. Okay, so now you click that. Yeah, now you see turbo C compiler. The exe file is present here. You see this is the turbo C compiler file. I am going to set up that turbo C compiler. Okay, I am going to install turbo C compiler. If you want, you can install Borland C compiler also. In my case, I am going to install turbo C compiler. So you have to copy that file and you have to paste it in your virtual machine. First, turbo C compiler you can download from internet. Okay, you can download this file. Very lightweight. Okay, so now click setup. Either you can set up or you can go to the bin and you can run TC file. And now you have to type the program. It's normal installation. Okay, normal turbo C or Borland C compiler installation. So in my case, initially some error is there in the program. Okay, some dependency error is there. So I will rectify that later. I hope everyone may be experienced in running in turbo C compiler. Okay, so you can experience this. Now it is correct. Now first you have to compile the file. Compile. Yeah, there is. I think. Yeah, now you have to compile. Yeah, now there is no error. Now you click run. Yeah, it is running. Welcome to Cloud Computing Laboratory. Okay, so very simple. So in the virtual machine, what you got to do is first you have to download any compiler, the turbo C compiler or Borland compiler. You got to download and you have to install in the virtual machine. Okay, you have to install in the virtual machine and you can run the program. Okay, you can compile a C program and you can run the get out of the C program. Okay, it's very simple. So first you got to install Virtualbox, then you have to install guest OS, then again you have to download and install compiler, any compiler you have to install, and you have to run your C program. That's all. Okay, very simple. So now we completed how to install a C compiler and how to run a C program in the installed C compiler. Okay. Now we are going to see how to transfer a file between the virtual machines. Okay. So what I am going to do is I have created two virtual machines. Okay. I have created two virtual machines. That is Windows. I have installed Windows OS in two virtual machines. Now I am going to transfer the file between these two virtual machines which I created. So first I am going to demonstrate in Windows, and then I am going to demonstrate in Ubuntu also. Okay. So we can see that. Now the administrator password is installed in the VMs. Okay, so you have to set the password. What, sir? Hello?
We lost
Yeah.
your voice in middle. Now it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You have to start all the virtual machines. You have to start first. Then you have to set the password. Initially, when you are setting the OS, we will not give the password, administrator password. So we have to set administrator password for that. Okay. Then you have to note all the IP address of the virtual machines. Okay. I told that I am going to transfer the file between two virtual machines. So you have to note the IP address. Okay. By using IP config, you have command. You have to note all the IP address of two virtual machines. Then you have to create a file in all the operating system and share the file by selecting properties of the file. Okay, you have to share the file by using the properties of the file. Okay, that I will explain later when I am showing the demo. Then check the connection by typing ping IP address. Okay, this is a command ping. You have to use the command ping and you check the connection and access the shared file by typing share dot / IP address in search option and by typing the administrator password. Okay, so these are the steps you have to follow. So now you have to open Virtualbox. So you see here, so I created two virtual machines. Okay, XSCC underscore Windows 1 is one virtual machine. XSCC underscore Windows 2 is another virtual machine. Okay. Now I'm going to start two virtual machines. Yeah, this is the first virtual machine. Yeah, now you have to provide the password. Yeah, now first virtual machine is ready for you. So now you have to start the second virtual machine. Now the second virtual machine is also ready. Okay, that is XSCC underscore Windows underscore 2. Yeah, it is ready. So now So I am loading the Linux operating system which is present in VMware workstation also. Okay, but I am not going to use in this case. First, I am going to transfer the file between two virtual machines, that is Windows virtual machine. Later, I am going to explain how to transfer the file between cross operating system, that is Windows OS virtual machine and Ubuntu OS virtual machine. Again, it is loaded. Yeah. Now the Ubuntu machine is also loaded. Okay, now we go to first virtual machine, that is Windows virtual machine, that is XSCC underscore Windows underscore 1. Go to control panel. Let's change the password. Okay. Already it is done, no problem. Okay. If it is no, there is no administrator, no, you have to create administrator. Okay. In my case, I have create already administrator is there, so no problem. Yeah. So no problem for there is administrator is there for both OS. Okay. You have to create file. Yeah. Now go to. Please see the name of the name of the OS. Okay, XSCC underscore Windows underscore 1. Okay. Now you have to get the IP address. Okay, you see the IP address, IP version 4 address 192.168.43.35. It is IP address of the machine 1. Okay, Windows underscore 1. I got the IP address. Okay, please get. Okay, you have to get the IP address. Okay. So now go to second machine. Okay, now you have to go to second machine, Windows underscore 2. The top you can see, so XSCC underscore Windows underscore 2. Okay, go to command prompt. You have to get the IP address of this particular machine. Okay. Yeah, it is 192.168.43.251. So I got the IP address of both virtual machines. Yeah, now you go to virtual machine 1, Windows underscore 1. You create a file. Okay, you create a file, new folder. You will create a new folder. Okay, you give the name. I'm going to create another folder. Okay, CSC. So now I'm going to create a folder or a file. I'm going to create a file, test file. Okay. You can create a folder, or I'm going to create, in this case, I'm going to create a test file. Now I'm going to write some content. I'm going to write some content. Computer. So this I am going to do in, I'm going to create this file in Windows underscore 1. Okay, you got to know that. Save. Now again. So this is over. So in first virtual machine, I have created one file, one folder, and one file. Okay, now I am going to second virtual machine. Okay, you see XSCC underscore Windows underscore 2. Okay, same way I am going to create another folder here. Okay, new folder. under 2. I will give the name as 2. Now again another EC. I create another folder EC. It's not needed. Folder is not needed, so I deleted that. So I'm going to create another test document. Okay, EC. So I'm going to give some content. Okay, electronics and communications engineering. I'm giving some content in the file, test file which I created. Okay, so I will save that. Okay, now you see in both virtual machine 1, that is XCC Windows underscore 1 and XCC under Windows underscore 2, I have created folder and I have created file. Now I am going to transfer the file. You see what is going to happen. Yeah, it's done. And now you go to virtual machine 1, you go to in search, now you type in command, you can ping. First you can ping. Okay, you ping the IP address of virtual machine 2. Okay, dot 43.251. Okay, it is the IP address of virtual machine 2. Okay, Windows underscore 2. Now it is ready. Okay, it is pinging. Okay, it is working fine. So now you go to Windows underscore 2. Windows underscore 2. You open from command ping 2.168.43.35. Okay, it is a IP address of the first machine. Okay, now it is ready. Okay, it is pinging. So there is no problem. There is no problem. Okay, network problem is not there. It is connected. So now we can start file transfer. Okay. Yeah, now go to Windows underscore 1, first machine. Okay, first machine. We type slash 192.168. Yeah, before that we have to do one thing. Okay, I forgot that. You have to share the file. Okay, I didn't done that. Okay, but you have to share the file. Before, if you're accessing the file, you have to share that file. Yeah, go to computer. Yeah, you open that file, XSC underscore 1. You share that properties. You go to properties. You go to sharing. Share. Okay, you click share. No, Windows sharing. You're going to share files. Okay, everyone. Read, write, edit. Okay, read and write option you have to enable, and you have to share. Click share. Okay, done. Close. Yeah, now the same way, same thing you have to repeat in machine 2 also. Okay, virtual machine 2 also. You have to share that file. Okay, go to C, XSCC, properties, sharing, share, everyone. You have to choose everyone, and you have to provide read write option. You have to provide. Okay, you have to share the file. Done. Now click close. Okay, click close. So now you go to search. No, search. You type the IP address //192.168.43.25. This is IP address of second machine. Windows underscore 2. Yeah, now okay. Now you see the file shared file is coming here. Okay, this is the file which is present in the machine 2. Okay, Windows underscore 2. Now you click this. Now you can, if you want, you can create another file. I am going to create another file here. Okay, my file. I'm giving the I'm going to create another file. I am going to type some content over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give some content. I'm going to provide some content. Okay. So, yeah, now I'm going to save this. So now you see what is happening. Now I'm going to mission 2. Okay, now I'm going to mission 2 and I'm going to check that whether the file is shared or not. Okay. Yeah, now go to mission 2. Yeah, mission 2. XSC underscore 2 is there. Okay, see my file is there. Okay, file is there. Okay, you see you are shared one file from there, from machine 1 to machine 2. Okay, you see, that's the thing. Okay, now same way, now what I am going to do is, I am going to virtual machine 2, okay, Windows underscore 2, and I am typing the IP address of the machine Windows underscore 1. Okay, that's 35. You see, I can get the file XSCC underscore 1. Now same way, what I am going to do is, I am going to type another file here, another file. I am going to create another file. Yeah, triple. The file name is triple. Okay. Electrical and electronics engineering. I'm going to type some conduct. Yeah, now it is, I have to save this. Now I have to check whether this file is shared or not, whether this file is created in Windows underscore 1. Okay, Windows underscore 1, I'm going there. Now you see, yeah, that file, you go to XSC underscore 1, you see, that file is created in virtual machine 1. Okay, Windows underscore 1, that machine it is created. You understand? Good. So we completed file sharing between the virtual machine, that too by sharing between the Windows OS machine. Okay. Now in the next demo, we are going to see how to share the files between Windows virtual machine and Ubuntu virtual machine. Both we are going to see. Okay, you can see that. Yeah, now. Yeah, now we have to create one account in Windows. Log into Linux by providing username and password. Connect to Windows shared file by using SMB. So here the command is different. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, SMB // you have to provide the IP address. It's very simple. So now you see, go to control panel. You create a new account, staff. And create a password. So this is XSCC underscore Windows underscore 1. Okay, I'm creating a new account. Okay. Create. Okay, that's all. Okay. Now you go to Ubuntu operating system. Okay, Ubuntu. That is, I installed this in VMware workstation. Okay, VMware workstation. Now you see, click connect to, click OK. Now you see all the files which is present in the person is coming in. Okay, you understand? The command is different. So please note this. Here you have to use this command. Okay, SMB // the IP address of the particular Windows machine you have to provide. Okay, in this case, the first machine I'm going to connect, the IP address will end with 35. Okay, so now click connect so that you can see the shared files which is present here. Okay, CSC, this is one of the files shared there, and now 192.168.40. It will be asking username password. No, you have created account, already created account stuff. Okay, now you see the two files are coming here. Okay, CSC, computer science. Now, okay, very simple. Okay, so the command is different. SMB // you have to provide the IP address. That's the difference here. Okay, so that's all. Sharing the file in different virtual machines. Okay, so now so sharing the file between different virtual machine is completed. Now we are moving to another topic, that is what? Working with EXSI. Okay, just I already explained EXSI is a type 1 hypervisor. Okay, it's a type 1 hypervisor. So there is no OS. In between OS will not be present. Okay, directly we will install the EXI server in a machine, and we will create virtual machines by using that. Okay, so in between the virtual machine, physical machine, above the physical machine, there is no operating system. That you have to know here. In type 2 hypervisor, yeah, first you will in the physical machine, above that you will install OS, and in that OS what you will do? You will install the hypervisor. You will install what, Virtualbox or VMware workstation. Okay, clear? Okay, that's the thing we are going to do. How to create virtual machine by using EXSI server. We are going to see. So I will share that. Now this is equivalent to OpenStack. Okay, this is equivalent to OpenStack. You can create on-premise cloud by using VMware ESXI server or by using OpenStack. Yeah. Now, so first what you got to do is you have to download EXSI server. Okay, it is nearly 5 GB file. Yeah, you have to create a new virtual machine, and in VMware workstation you have to create a new virtual machine, and you have to download VMware Wizard installer 6.5. Okay, this is a EXI file. EXI file. This is ISO file. This is one of the ISO file. This is nearly 4 to 5 GB file. You have to download this. Okay, from VMware workstation, VMware.com. You have to download this first. Yeah, you have to download this. You have to select that ISO file. You have to select. Now again next. Now you have